What do you think of when you hear the game Minecraft? Is it creativity, imagination, and building? Is it multiplayer fun with your friends? Or heck, is it even the creeper aw man meme by Captain Sparkles? Well, you would be right in all of those regards, but when I think of Minecraft, I think of the Minecraft speedrunning community. Ever since Minecraft has came back in 2019, the game is revived, yes, but everybody overlooks the Minecraft speedrunning community. When people think of speedrunning, they think of games such as Mario 64 or Pokemon Red and Blue. So to start off, there's a few different categories of Minecraft speedrunning. There's set seed and random seed. Set seed is where the runner already knows where everything is pre-planned and mapped out. But on the other hand, there is random seed, and this is where it gets a lot harder. You don't know where anything is, you just press create world, and you get started. On top of this, there's any percent and any percent glitchless. Any percent allows for the player to use glitches as much as they want, and any percent glitchless is not going to let you use glitches at all, as the name implies. In this video, we're going to be mainly focusing on any percent glitchless set seed, any percent glitchless random seed, any percent set seed, and a miscellaneous category of all sorts, and that is just a race to get all the sorts in Minecraft. I will also be covering the task, aka tool assisted speedrun, so we could see how fast Minecraft can really be beaten if it was perfectly done. And if you guys weren't aware, a tool assisted speedrun is allowing the player to put in intricate and precise movements to get the best time possible. I also want to mention that this video is not supposed to be like Summering Salt's videos where he goes over all the world records and see the progression over time. This is mainly just looking at their tactics and how it's possible to complete the game so fast. Let's start off by taking a look at the task. This is not in full speed, so keep that in mind, but he is able to go back and get the perfect movement. So when he breaks the gravel, that's the first thing that he's going to do. He's breaking the gravel and he gets flint the first time. I want you guys to keep in mind that this is any percent, so he is allowed to use glitches. So since he spawned near a village, there is a blacksmith, so he breaks the wood plank that is closest to the chest and he gets the item. As you can see here, he is actually doing a duplication glitch to get as much obsidian, so he got a few pieces from the chest, but now he's able to go ahead and duplicate them. When he enters the nether, he gets straight to work by killing a blaze. This is going to allow him to get an Eye of Ender. Once he makes the nether portal, he's on his way to the Stronghold. Surprisingly, the nether portal spawns him right there, and he is able to go ahead and find the ender pearl inside of a chest. Then he does the duplication glitch again. If you guys paid close attention, after the flint, he did grab a piece of sand, then smelted it into a piece of glass. So this is actually really significant because there is a glitch on Minecraft. If you do go to the end, then place an end crystal, you're able to randomly have the ender dragon just despawn. It's so weird, and I never really seen this glitch done on a speedrun. This is the fastest that I ever seen Minecraft completed, and I don't think there's another run just like this. I haven't seen anybody beat this task, so it seems like the task is one of the best and it just hasn't been topped yet. Okay, now that we took a thorough look at the task, we can go ahead and look deeper into any percent glitchless. Let's start off with random seed because I find it to be the most interesting because the gameplay is different every single time because it's a random seed. So if we take a look at this run by Lied, he actually decided to go ahead and wait to get trees. I wasn't too sure on this move by him, but he's waiting to get trees, then he runs off. So apparently this is the #1 run, but I'm already noticing some things that he could have changed outside of game, such as the render distance. He changes it inside of game, which this could have been a tactic that I don't know about, or he just forgot to change his render distance, and him forgetting to chop down wood at the very start. I'm pretty sure he didn't forget, but it seems like this run could have been a little bit more optimized. So if I go ahead and do this run, it might be a little bit better, even though I don't know how to speedrun, but I digress. But as you can see, he heads over to a desert temple. He gets some pretty good loot. He was able to make himself a golden chest plate, some golden tools, a diamond sword, but most importantly, he did get some shears. And you're probably wondering, why is he grabbing all of this wool? Well, you're gonna have to wait and see. He's actually using the same method that someone would use on any percent glitchless random seed, but after this, he decides to mine for some flint, and this is going to be very important for getting that flint and steel that he needs for the nether portal, and that's going to be extremely important for also getting food for himself. And if you guys remember in the task, he was able to go ahead and get flint the first time, which is highly unlikely unless you have software like tool assisted speedrun, where you're able to go ahead and set that same play over and over until you get what you want. And the task is mainly a standard for speedrunning to see how optimized speedrunning can be. After this, he finds an above ground lava source, which is going to be extremely helpful for any speedrun in fact, but he's going to be using the lava source with his water bucket to get some obsidian in the perfect placement so he can go ahead and get the nether portal without mining any obsidian. After he enters the nether, he has to find the nether fortress to find some blazes for him to kill to get some eyes of ender, but sadly it's not set seed, so he's not going to be able to go ahead and know exactly how many eyes of ender he needs for the end portal, so he's gonna have to hope that he's gotten enough. Once he leaves the nether, he's going to be entering the most hardest part of this run, mainly finding enderman to kill. As you guys know, enderman spawn at nighttime and mainly in desert biomes. They're the easiest to hunt there, and that's exactly what he's doing. Once he kills enough, then he can head over to the Stronghold and find the end portal roam. But this is where it gets extremely interesting. The way that he actually kills the ender dragon. And remember that wool that he was getting back at the very beginning of the run? He is actually going to use that to his advantage and craft a bunch of beds. Beds blow up in dimensions that are not the overworld, such as the nether and the end, so he uses that to his advantage, but before that, he has to use his bow and arrow to take out the end crystals. Now the ender dragon can't regen its health, but now he has to use the bed method. And this run was completed under 27 minutes, which is pretty impressive, but let's go ahead and take a look at set seed for any percent glitchless. Okay, so for any percent glitchless, I decided to take a look at the number 2 spot because the number 1 spot was a Twitch stream and I just couldn't download it I've been trying forever and it just wasn't working. But if we take a look at this run, it seems like all of these runners do turn up their sensitivity. I forgot to mention that fact because turning up your sensitivity means faster movements, and I'm pretty sure you guys understand that. He digs down and makes a stone pickaxe. As you guys can see, he's actually going to go ahead and mine for some iron as well. So it is a set seed, so he knows where everything is. He makes a furnace, and now he can go ahead and smelt that iron that he's about to get, which is actually going to be really beneficial for later on for making a bucket. He's going to be using the same method that we saw in the random seed. He's going to be making a bucket for the lava nether portal, which is actually really fast and easy to make. He's building his way back up. He's going to use his stone shovel to go ahead and get a bunch of snowballs, and you probably are wondering why he's doing that, but you're going to see later in the run. He also shears a bunch of sheep, which is also going to be for later on in the run. Then he finds an above ground lava source, which is perfect for making a nether portal. Now that he's in the nether, he only needs one eye of ender because this is the perfect seed and it has all of the other 11 eyes of ender already in the portal conveniently for him. It's so convenient in fact that he doesn't have to kill a single enderman. There's a chest inside of the Stronghold that has an ender pearl. Then he's able to use that to craft an eye of ender and go to the end. Then you guys can see that he's using his leaves that he's gotten earlier, and he's using his beds to good use. He uses the beds to go ahead and blow up the ender dragon, also using the snowballs to go ahead and take out the end crystals that are regenerating its health. This is actually one of the best methods and the only method that I see for set seed that is working for people. Another thing I want to point out about this run is after he defeats the Ender Dragon, he decides to build up a couple of blocks so that he can go ahead and spawn right where the Ender portal is when it spawns in. I think this is pretty smart because it is shaving time off of his run, and a lot of the other runners use this as well, so keep that in mind if you guys want to do this run for yourself. Okay, time for the last category, all swords. And I know what you guys are probably saying in the comment section. What about any percent? And I actually decided to skip over that because any percent is pretty similar to the task because you are able to use glitches and it's pretty similar, and I didn't want to actually have a repeat of just looking at the same clip. So let's take a look at this. This run was done in 23 seconds, which is pretty impressive, and all swords is basically what it says in the title, is getting all the swords in Minecraft: wooden, stone, gold, iron, and diamond. But in this run, Illumia actually gets a 23-second run, which is pretty impressive. And if you guys weren't aware, Illumia is one of the moderators on speedrunning.com for the Minecraft section, so he moderates the runs, seeing if there's any splicing. And I do want to point out that last run that I showed for any percent glitchless set seed, there was a lot of accounts of people saying that it was spliced, but it didn't look spliced when I looked it over, so I'm not exactly sure. But there has been cases in the past of people splicing clips together to make their time a lot faster, but I highly doubt it. I looked at it thoroughly and it doesn't seem spliced. But Illumia's run is pretty impressive. I know the category, there's not too much competition, but it seems like Illumia does have the best time in this one. As you guys can see, he actually has a set seed on this one. He's looking for the village that he wanted, and he spawns inside of it, and that's the whole point of all swords, is you need the perfect seed, you need to mine some wood, you need to hope for the blacksmith, and then it's going through the crafting table extremely fast to get everything that you want. But that's gonna wrap up the video. This video was mainly made to actually shed some more light on Minecraft speedrunning, the community behind it, and how you guys can get involved, and hopefully guys it informed you. I'm just really hoping that it did something for someone out there that hasn't really taken a look at this underlooked game. A lot of people know about Minecraft, but people never knew about the Minecraft speedrunning community, the thriving community that we have here. But that's gonna wrap up the video, so I'll see you guys next time on the next video. Bye.